Ye be warned.
Oh, I am. I'm a little bit nervous. Little bit
Just
nervous.
strap in and hang on. And here we are. We're telling you ahead of time. We really have no idea,
None.
but strap
None.
in.
None at
We're gonna
all.
we're gonna let you know just how much we have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm trying to find my notes. I can't even find them. So all I've got is
I'll blather on for a minute and stall for you.
no, it's all good. I
Time
can
to
just
look.
I'll shoot from the hip. All right, I'll just add color. You go ahead.
Why not? So Kirk Cousins.
Kurt.
Kirk
Kirk.
Cousins.
Yeah.
He's he's getting paid big money right now to be a backup quarterback to Michael Penix Jr., which everyone predicted.
Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
is fine.
the moment he was drafted, well, at first everybody went, no, no, settle down. Penix will be a backup for a while. Nah, Kurt. I mean, he started the season pretty good, but then he faltered. I think they lost five in a row, and they went, let's go ahead and give this Penix kid a try, and then they never looked back, right? So they're paying him what 25, 27 million a year to be a backup. Hey, you know what? That's not bad money
Uh,
quarterback. I mean, when we're talking because we're talking about Brock Purdy right now, probably looking at 50 million,
yeah.
right?
But you're
Uh,
looking at Kirk, he's just hanging out, man. Making 25 million. Come on.
yeah, but he gets to hang out for it. So what?
Weather's nice. I mean, what can you need? Well, you're
But no,
traveling. You may have to ride the bus sometimes. If there's not enough room.
uh,
You might have to. You
he's going
might
to
have
have to
to.
participate in training camp.
You
Yeah,
you might have
but,
to carry somebody's bag. That's
but
okay.
where could he go? Like right now, I think the slot everybody thinks is the Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the whole Aaron Rodgers thing doesn't work
I
out,
think I think the Aaron Rodgers thing is just like it's like the Sanders hype thing. I think it's just spin.
you think it's
I think
just
that's
done and
it.
dusted? They just haven't
I
signed the line
I
yet.
think he is such an asshole that you can bleep that out if you want, or you can
No,
leave
no,
it.
no,
I
we're
think he
we're
is
far enough into the
I
intro
think
that we can
I
swear now.
think he is such a jerk that they're just like, okay, like they came in, he probably talked numbers, and he's like, well, I want blah, and they're like, dude, no, right? I get to start. I'm the god. You will bow down to me, and then so what does he do? Spins it, baby.
Yeah,
Spinning it, Oh, I
gonna
got
go,
it. It's Aaron Rodgers.
gonna
Aaron
go,
Rodgers
Pat,
continues, right?
gonna, gonna go on Pat McAfee, talk about how everybody
Oh,
misquoted him and did him
yep,
wrong and
exactly. Man, he's just,
interpreted and yeah,
yep,
they lied on me
yep,
by repeating exactly what I said.
yep. I mean, these people really have no idea, but don't quote me on that because these two other guys already said that, and I
Yeah,
will sue him if he tries that. I will come right after you,
smack the
Roger.
taste right out of that mouth.
That's
Yeah,
right.
let me take a big drink of water like I know what I'm talking about.
Go ahead. Dang. Way to hydrate. That's what I'm talking. Remember, kids, hydration. It's important. That's right.
Keep healthy.
Yeah, so I think Kirk would be a good fit for the Steelers. That'd be a good fit, man.
Or, think about this. It seems like every season, either by the end of the preseason or within the first 3, 4 weeks, somebody gets hurt.
Somebody gets hurt. Yeah.
And it's a downer for the team. They go, oh, gee, our season. I mean, you think about, imagine this. I mean, in a recent podcast, we were just talking about the AFC West, and you got Patrick Mahomes and Bo Nix and Geno Smith and Justin Herbert, and a lot of high hopes for every one of those teams. They're all probably plus 500 teams, I think.
Hmm.
They're all capable of getting a winning record. But imagine week 2, Justin Herbert goes down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go.
crusher, right? And you go, hey Falcons, how's that Kirk Cousins guy? What do you want for him?
Yep.
Throw you a second rounder and a fifth rounder, and we'll take on his contract. Because, like I said, that 25 million, that's not bad for a starter,
Yeah.
right? When Brock Purdy's looking at getting paid 50, to bump
Sure.
the market again,
Yeah.
which
Who's
kind of cracks me
behind
up because it's not like Brock's an elite quarterback, but he's the quarterback the Niners need.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Sure.
there's a puzzle that not Mike, Kyle Shanahan has put together, and Kyle fits that puzzle. I mean, they tried Garoppolo, they tried Trey Lance, they tried, they brought in Purdy, and it just fits. So it's like, is he a $50 million quarterback playing for the Cowboys? No. Is he a $50 million playing for the Niners? I think he is. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think they're trying to work this out. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
They've also spent a lot of money. I mean, they just gave the
Kittle?
crazy hillbilly a lot of money, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty good money. Pretty
yeah,
good.
he
Yeah.
got pretty good money. I mean, yeah, but I don't know if they'll pay him 50 million. I don't know. Is he
And,
worth it? I think so. I think he's worth it, but
and if
I
you
think
look at the way they did the Kittle contract, it's kind of the way they do the contracts there. I mean, it's like the first couple of years have a lot of guarantees. They got
yeah,
pretty good money. You front load the first year
yep. And then
to cat, to bonus, and then the second year is salary, and then with a lot of guarantee, and then the third year not so much guarantee, but a lot of incentives. Then the fourth year probably moot, right? By then you're reworking the deal. Uh, yeah. So is that what they're gonna? I mean, are they really just at this point bickering and saying, well, I want 45 million of it to be a signing bonus, and I'll make 5 million in game checks the rest of the season, and then for the next season it'll be 45 million guaranteed with, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
you got to think they got it because everybody talks about how they want it. I mean,
yeah.
Shanahan talks about how they wants it. John Lynch talks about how they want it. Don't hear about. There's something I actually kind of like. We're not really hearing anything from Purdy.
You don't hear anything from Brock, which is I think
I,
that's pretty cool too.
well, I
Yeah,
think it's really smart of him
yeah.
because he's not.
He's just
He's
gonna
not
sit
going
there.
to make a mistake. He's not going to. A reporter's not going to goad him into saying something wrong. He's
Yeah,
not going to slip up. He's not going to. Like he can go hang out in the locker room and talk a little smack with his buddies, but you get a little loose talking with a reporter. Next thing you know, John Lynch might be going, "Hey, whoa, dude."
look, if we wanted that, we would have brought in Aaron Rodgers.
But also we haven't really heard from his agent, which
Yeah,
he was
sure,
to not hear from Purdy. So you gotta respect for that, you know.
sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I agree.
but yeah, Cousins, it's just kind of a puzzle. I think it's going to hang out there. I mean, I don't. And if week 5 comes along and they haven't made a move, he's probably going to stay where he's at. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a certain point in the season where it's just not worth making the move. Is that week 10?
Kid
Yeah.
that's behind him is Jones. I mean, you don't have any depth there, which is
East, Easton,
if you trade him, you've got to replace him. That's my thing.
Easton Stick and Emory Jones. Well, you go get Kenny Pickett from the Browns.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow. Dude,
or
dude,
or Tommy DeVito from the Giants. Yeah,
throw that grenade, baby. Wow.
I
What are
like
you,
that.
what are you doing? Ah, okay, okay. I see how we're playing
I
today.
tied all that in. See,
Yeah, I see how you brought that all the way around. Wow, I gotta
I
throw
cracked
my,
myself up.
yeah, geez, that wasn't even nice. Bigot.
Everybody will get over it.
Yeah, wow.
Uh,
I mean, clearly you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, that's the name of the podcast, so you don't have to keep being. I mean, come on. Wow, wow. Well, folks, we'll catch you next
yeah.
time.
Catch you next time. Thanks for.
That is beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh, good
Okay.
time.
Okay. Well, why don't you roll with that, Mick? Why don't you keep going with that one? So they
What?
bring in Kenny Pickett to
Kenny,
back up Michael Penix. Um,
sure.
I think
Why
they
not?
leave Kirk Cousins. I don't think they trade Kirk Cousins. I don't think so. I think it's a great I think he is instrumental in Penix starting. I don't see them. I mean,
He's the
he's
crutch.
he's the
Right?
yeah, he's so good though, or he's of that caliber to teach Penix, to bring
Sure.
Penix in the fold. Maybe in a year.
Yeah, Easton Stick's not going to
But
do that.
but not
You're going to want that veteran in the locker room, right? Yeah,
I
yeah.
just I don't see it. I don't, maybe in a year.
Okay. Leo Getz, right?
All right.
Okay.
Leo?
No, Leo Getz from Lethal Weapon.
Yeah,
Joe
I got
Pesci. Okay. So you don't take Pickett, you take Joe Flacco, and you ship Well, see, there's too many moving parts now. See, because you're right. You got it. They got to keep that veteran around for
Yeah.
Penix to lean on. And if some other team like the straw man scenario I created with Herbert going down and the Chargers wanting Cousins, how do then the Falcons turn around and go, hey, we want Flacco? Because by then Flacco or Pickett are already going to be gone, and this would all have to happen like preseason. So my
Mhm.
scenario doesn't work out properly. Yeah. Then again, you go to the Giants and say, we'll give you a nickel for Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, we'll give you our 10th round pick for Russell Wilson.
Because right now the Giants.
Look, tell you what, you can give us Russell Wilson and two of your picks, and we'll take it. Okay.
that's
We'll take,
that's the that
we'll
was the
take it.
Brock Osweiler deal that the Browns
Yeah.
took from the Texans. Yeah, here
Yeah.
we'll not only give you Osweiler, we'll give you 30 million to pay him. Just,
Yeah.
just, just,
And and here's
just
two of our picks. Just take them. We don't care. Yeah.
getting out of that bad Bill O'Brien trade.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so the Giants, yeah, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, and the hometown favorite Tommy DeVito
Yeah. So who do you go with there? You know?
as a starter.
Yeah.
Well, I think you assume it's Wilson. I don't, even though, I mean, you think of the Giants and you think of a pocket passer,
Hmm.
right? I mean, Eli wasn't known for scrambling. Phil Simms, Jeff Hofstetter, not a lot of
Okay.
scram.
So
Geno Smith.
yeah, I can see that. So you get Russell going to start the season, and then you're going to platoon another quarterback after him, right? It's going to be Dart or it's going to be DeVito. Who?
I think it's going to
You
be
put up.
Wilson. I think it's going to be Wilson, Winston, and Dart. I think DeVito ends up on the practice squad again.
You think so? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I because
yeah,
DeVito seems to come and go on the team. He doesn't seem to be a full-time guy on the
yeah.
team. I mean, he's a fan
Having
favorite, but
having Winston is a good security.
yeah, he might throw some picks, but he's also going to throw some touchdowns. And he
Yeah,
was exciting for the Browns last season.
sure.
Browns seem to love him. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're certainly not going to. I mean, Dart is certainly going to be on the roster, but
yeah.
I don't unless he really just amazes people in the preseason. I don't think he's going to start.
No, but I could see him throwing, near the end of the year. I could see him jumping in like Penix did
I
near
was
the
going
end
to
of the
say,
year and
yeah,
taking on a few, if we close out the year with a few games just to get him some blood and see how he does.
yeah. Well, more so because I mean, you think about
You're going into that 2026, off season or 25, 26 off season. And, let's face it, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They might. Things have happened.
yeah, I was just thinking, are they a 500 team?
Clearly, I have no idea. But so you
I
get
don't
to
think
the end
they're
of the year, you start grooming Dart, and then you've got the option. If Dart was working out and you can start him next year in 26, 27, now you've got two veterans that you can ship one of them off. You could drop them both. You could go after Kirk Cousins. I
yeah,
mean, you're right. By
yeah.
then, by then, this whole carousel will be gone.
Oh, it'll be a whole new one.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers will be on his second year of his podcast, right? He's going to have at least 5 subscribers because I will subscribe. I know I will. I'll be all up in that. I'll be commenting. I'll be subscribing, calling in,
I'll
dropping.
probably just use your subscription and
Sure.
comment as you. That way he doesn't come after me. Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to be affiliating marketing up that. I'm going to be all up in. I'm going to be prank calling myself. I'm just going to be dropping links stuff just for fun. Yeah, it'll be a good time.
What will this podcast be called? Angst and Grievances? What? I don't know what Aaron Rodgers' podcast will be. There. Let's ask our viewer.
Yeah,
What should
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers' podcast be called?
Let's
Just
go
put it
with
in the comments.
let's
Just
do with that next time in our next upcoming podcast. Let's do the top 10 Aaron Rodgers podcast titles. Let's write that down.
have you make a
So,
note.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to write that down.
Top 10
Top 10.
Aaron Rodgers podcast titles, or the name of his podcast, right?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Sorry, I didn't
Okay. come up
politically correct, but
with some
something.
good names for.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the Pat McAfee show, it works. The Aaron Rodgers show,
I'd do it. That's
we're
perfect.
already we're
The,
already
I'm
doing
the
that.
greatest,
You know?
the greatest unsigned veteran show ever. Right. It's all about me, Aaron Rodgers.
I've
No,
been
I don't know. Well, put some thought into it. We'll put
I've
it
been
up top 10.
inoculated.
Drop the comment in there. Give us your Aaron Rodgers podcast. What would you call it?
Oh yeah.
We'll go from there. Sure.
Again, we'll reach in the junk drawer and we'll find a
Yep.
prize.
We'll reach into the drunk drawer, and I've got a couple of old ace bandages here. You know,
Wash your
I don't
glass.
know what that is, but let's not show that. Okay.
A hanky. No, no, it's a.
You can
Here we
blur
go.
that out because this is a family show. Yeah. Wow. That's just painful. All right. Yeah. So the Giants, at 3-14 last year, I don't see them at 500 this year.
I don't either.
I
So
don't.
as you were talking about, perfect opportunity. You got 5 games to go.
Rebuild, baby.
Go ahead and put Jackson Dart in, see what he can do. Throw the ball to Malik Neighbors, hand the
Yep.
ball off to Tyrone Tracy Jr., Wandale Robinson, Darius Slayton.
Yep.
You can never know, one of those other running back or wide receivers might step up. Um, yeah, because Brian Daboll and was it Joe Schoen? Is that their GM? I mean, it seems like their jobs are on the line. I think everybody kind of
Well,
anticipated that they were going to dump them this year, but it
yeah.
seems
Yeah.
like they came out of it this season with, hey, seriously, you guys, come on. This is getting ridiculous. So,
Well, I think it was smart for them to take Jackson Dart, or I think that was a
yeah.
super smart move. And it looks like, they did fill in some holes, man. I mean, they did. That Abdullah Carter,
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude is a beast. Man, I wanted him to be opposite Max Crosby, but
Yeah.
he told me he had
He's,
a plan. I didn't want to get involved, but I just said, "Hey, buddy,
I like that, he came in and he said, hey, LT, can I wear your number? And LT went, no, 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 no. You go make your own number.
you find your own."
And then he
Yeah.
wanted to wear Phil Sims' number, and Phil Sims was like, I don't care. But Phil Sims' family went, no, no,
Put
we
a
do
put an
care.
asterisk next to it. I'll let you
Yeah,
wear it.
I don't like that. I mean, once a number's retired, I mean, it should be retired. I don't like
I
that. I mean, like I don't.
agree.
When
There's
Jerry
enough numbers
Rice,
to go around.
when Jerry Rice came to the Seahawks for that one season, uh, I didn't. The GM played a game. He kind of tricked Steve and Jerry. So I'm not going to put it on either Steve or Jerry.
Uh-huh.
But they let Jerry Rice wear Steve Largent's retired number 80. And that's just, I get it. Jerry's a legend too, but that's not right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to retire a number, it's retired. Because let's imagine this. Lawrence Taylor was what, 58? Let's imagine Abdul Carter also wears number 58. So what do you do years from now if Abdul Carter has this amazing career? Do you retire
Yeah.
58 twice?
Yeah, there you go. I don't.
Yeah,
I
so
think you go ahead and move to 3 digits. That's what I would do. I think you should make it an option that they can go to 3 digits. I think
or
that's
a, or a,
amazing.
a decimal,
No, no, because you'd
58.2.
have like Aaron Rodgers would be like the 0.5, and I'd be like, no, dude, you are out. I don't think we go there.
Five,
Well, I
3.14.
think we can go to 3 digits. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
And I'm trying to look up some other Giants draft picks. It doesn't seem that they had many.
No, I think they only had like 7 or 8.
They had the first one in the third round. So they had two in the first round, of course, Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart.
Jackson
They
Dart.
had
Then they
Darius
have one
Alexander,
in the
defensive tackle,
yeah, and
and
then they
then
have one in the fourth, Cam Scatabo.
Scatabo, running back.
That
Okay.
guy's dynamite.
Is he?
Another great pickup. Yeah. I wanted to see him go to the Raiders as well. Not that I'm a Raiders fan, folks. I'm not. I just
You're a
like
Pete fan.
I want to see people beat up that division over there. And I just want to see some fresh blood. Yeah. Not new blood. See, I said fresh.
Good motivation. I like that. They took
Yeah.
an offensive guard out of Purdue,
Uh-huh.
Marcus Mbo.
Mo.
Mo. I like it. I've got a cat named Mo. Hey, Mo.
Not that kind of Mo.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. Fedone out of Nebraska. That's a
Oh,
solid pickup, right? Someone to
oh,
develop.
tight end. Okay.
Guy. Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know much about Corey Black. I don't know much about him, but I could come back to you in a future podcast and chat about him.
6 foot tall corner from Oklahoma State. I don't know. All right. Well, they hit it out of the park in the first round, that's for sure, and did okay at the top of the third. So
Yeah. So I'll give him that. I'll give him a.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm with you.
I
I
still
think
don't see
they're
him
going to
beat.
be
I
like.
see him sticking right around 4, 5 wins, if that. I
I
don't.
was going to be generous and say 6-11.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think that Russell Wilson will come out and actually win a game, or do you
No,
think
what I'm thinking is,
he'll win two, and then Dart will win four?
I was going to say Russell win four of them, and they'll go 4-8, and then Jackson will come in and he'll finish the season and he'll get 2 wins and 3 losses.
Wow. Okay. Let me write that down. That's a good prediction, man. I like that.
Clearly, I know what I'm
Clearly,
talking about.
you have no idea what you're talking about. I like that. I like that you're ready just to put it out there and be like,
Just
look, I
committing solid numbers.
solid have no idea. Just
Yeah, yeah.
throw it out there because it just really doesn't make
Price
any sense.
DraftKings doesn't have me on a consulting basis right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can understand. Yeah.
Well, the other one, so a lot of people say, if you're going to pick a quarterback in the top half of the first round, that means you think he's worthy of starting.
Yeah.
And
Heard
so
that.
Cam Ward being taken first overall, does he beat out Will Levis to start the season for the Titans? And there's another one, Warren Moon said it
I
was,
don't think Warren Moon's coming back, dude. I don't. I really don't.
but
He might.
it's a retired number.
Oh, I thought you meant like coming back to play. I mean,
Oh, Warren Moon
he's
let
probably on the phone with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron's like, dude, if you come back, then they'll sign me, right?
Cam Ward was asking Warren Moon's permission to wear the retired Oilers number 1, and Warren Moon flew down there and said, "Yeah, yeah, you go right ahead." Yeah. Now that's nice of Warren, but I don't think these older players should even be asked.
I think it's BS, but hey,
Maybe I'll change my mind on that at some point. Maybe I'm just being a get out of my yard. I don't know.
yeah, you are a little crotchety about that. But
Yeah, sons
so
of
I mean, let's put it this way: they retire your number, right? What I don't even know. I don't even remember what your number was because you were so fast, I couldn't even see it. Um, and I call you up, and I'm like, hey, Mike, Elliot would like to wear your number.
oh well,
Right?
Elliot.
He's right here, right?
Yeah,
And then Elliot gets on the phone. He's like, "Hey, I want to wear your number, 64 or whatever your number was. I don't even remember at this point, right? What are you going to do?" And it's Elliot. He's looking at you. Look, I just got signed. I'd really like to use your number. I wore it all through high school, all
Elliot.
through college.
I think you're such a bad motherfucker. You ought to go wear your own number so
Wow.
that
And
they
you're going to
retire
swear
you.
like that to my kid? You're going to talk like that to my kid on the phone when he just got drafted. Wow.
You think
Wow.
you think
Clearly,
his coach
you
is gonna?
have no idea. Clearly, you have no idea. Well, I'm going to come out of retirement, give him my
Oh,
number.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then re
Well,
retire.
he didn't want your number. He wanted mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take the next number higher than your number,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I'm going to take 77, and then I'm going to give it to him. Yeah. Yeah. Clearly, you
It
have no
was,
idea.
it
Wow.
was 80,
Believe
86, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that could be why
86.
this could be why you didn't get drafted.
Yeah, it probably was.
Could be.
And then later, yes, 68. So yeah, but
Yeah. That's why I stepped on you when you tried to tackle me that
probably
one time.
why wearing that 68. Yeah, got right on the
I
head.
got
Yeah,
straight to the head. My bad. Hey.
yeah. Tweety
Yeah.
birds, Tweety
Yeah.
birds.
There you go. Oh well. Well, I'll let Elliot know
Every
that.
once in a while, I still kind of.
Still see my foot coming towards your face.
It's just a blank spot, right? Really? Yeah.
All right. Well, size 12 coming
Mom,
down. My bad.
is that banana bread? What is
Exactly.
that?
You chewing on pennies or what the hell? Yeah. Yep. There you go. Let's see what else. So, let's
Oh,
see.
jeez.
Who else do we have? Who's the quarterback in? What's the backup guy for Denver? I wanted to talk shit about him.
Oh,
I couldn't
oh yeah,
remember.
here, hang on. I got you.
I couldn't remember what the kid's name was.
The depth chart right.
Uh,
Bam. Jared
right.
Stidham or Sam
It
Ellinger?
takes me a minute to get there because I'm kind of slow.
Jared Stidham.
It's
You sure you meant Denver?
Yeah, Denver.
Jarrett Stidham?
Uh-huh.
What about that guy?
I don't know. I want you to say something so I could talk trash about him.
Oh,
I thought maybe you could throw something out there.
I got nothing. Let's see, he was born August 8th in 96. He's 28 years old, 6'3", 215. He went to Auburn. He was drafted round four, pick number 133 by New England in 2019.
Okay.
Uh, I don't really, let's
All right,
see,
I'll leave him alone.
197 attempts, 117 completions. Geez, that's less than 60%. 1422 yards, 7.2 average, 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions with a long pass of 60 yards. I don't know how many of that was actually air yards versus yards after the catch, but
Cumulative.
that's what I got. So yeah,
All
let's
right.
see. He played. Oh no, there's nothing. Got no stats recently. So
All right.
yeah, I don't know.
You think they're gonna? You think the? Yeah, I'll just move on from him. I had a confidence, but then I thought, man, yeah, it's the
Or maybe
whole
you were thinking Taylor Heineke for the Chargers or Trey
no,
Lance. That's where Trey Lance ended up. Chargers.
Trey.
Um,
Ring a bell. Must be a cowboy. I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe it was a Niner first. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't ring.
Joe Milton third. He was a former Niner. He was a big favorite up there
Yeah.
in New England, but just Drake May was their guy. So he's backing up Dak Prescott now. Uh,
Dak,
yeah.
Dak, all in for Dak.
Oh, yeah, right. Let's see. Chicago Tyson Bagent. Remember him coming in? He was exciting for a few games, had a few wins, and then lost a few, and everybody went, "Oh, he's a backup." That's right.
Yeah. Then he
They
got
have,
smoked
they have
pot, smoking pot in the locker room.
Case Keenum's there with the Bears. He's still in the league. Thought he'd be coaching by now.
Huh.
But what do you know? Let's see the
Well,
Lions depth chart.
clearly, oh,
Oh, they've
clearly,
got
no idea.
Hendon Hooker and Kyle Allen. Who's Joe Burrow's backup? I thought it was Jake Browning. That's right. And Logan Woodside.
Logan Woodside.
Damn right. Doesn't he sound like he should be selling you real estate?
Hey, he sounds like a lawyer. Welcome to Logan Woodside. Yeah, I get whatever. Yeah.
Mariota's backing up Jaden Daniels.
What do you think's going to happen with the Jets? What do you think? You think Justin will keep playing or keep throwing the ball, or do you think they'll move it off to what's his name? Hemorrhoid.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, yeah, Tyrod.
I think Justin will start.
You think so?
I think they'll start him one way or another. Um,
Yeah,
I think he had a good showing. I was kind of surprised that the Steelers switched him out for Russell Wilson because he's doing so well. He's 4-2 to open the season for the Steelers, and the losses weren't terrible losses. Um, but then Russ came in, and I think he won four in a row before losing a couple, and then won another, and then lost five in a row or something like that. So Russ had just a terrible finish to the season, and I think at the end of it, I think everybody in the locker room was kind of like, "Man, this guy's a flake," you know.
yeah. Is
Not
this
not a,
the opportunity that we've
not a
been looking for?
not a blue collar Steeler kind of guy, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But back to Justin Fields, yeah, it'd be interesting to see him get a good opportunity to throw the ball to what he's got: Garrett Wilson and Alan Lazard, Brees Hall, Braylon Allen, running backs, tight end Mason Taylor. Yeah, maybe they could do better with tight end, but yeah, let's see. Oh God, who's their? They have a new coach, don't they? Who's their coach? Where do I find that information?
I think you have to call him.
'Cause, I mean, it was Albright to close the season, right? He was the interim after they fired Sala. Oh, and by the way, I've been meaning to bring that up. Yet another reason to be fearful of the 49ers this season is that Robert Sala is the defensive coordinator again.
Yeah, yep.
Jesus. And then they just gave him all those what, six new draft picks.
Yep,
God,
it's gonna be fun, man.
The Niners are not going to finish in the bottom of the NFC West this season.
No, that's not gonna happen again. At least
No,
not for a while.
no. And if we look back, I don't think we had high hopes for the Cardinals last season, but the Rams started out slow, but 4 weeks, 5 weeks in, oh look, we get Puka Nacua back from injury. A couple weeks later, oh, we get Cooper Kupp back from injury. Oh, look, we get all these guys come back from injury, and it's like they finished the season and they won the division out from underneath the Seahawks. Um, but yeah, it's weird. I haven't even through the draft, I can't think of a single thing about the Cardinals. I mean, I know they got Kyler Murray as their quarterback. Uh, is that it? What's are they just really quiet down there? Or did they do anything interesting? I
What do you think about? Yeah, I'm gonna switch gears on you completely. What do you think about? I should have brought this up in a previous podcast for viewers, that were listening to the draft. What do you think about uh, Justin Tucker with the Ravens?
Oh yeah, they drafted a kicker.
They drafted that kid, man. They drafted a kicker. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, they they brought in Tyler Loop, which is a good, great kicker, man. The kid's good.
I think
Drafted a kicker. That's what I want to say. It's like, dude, if you can't read what's written right here by your
yeah.
locker, you whoa,
Well,
oh
see, the
man,
NFL. I mean, it's such a carbon copy of what the NFL just went through with Deshaun Watson,
yeah,
right?
yeah, they sure
And
great contrast there. Or
and obviously they have to let the legal process play per the union rules. They have to let the legal process play out before they can do anything, right? I mean, they can't step in and punish Justin Tucker before the legal process is at a chance to play out. On the other hand, if he goes out and he pays off all these women and the NFL does an investigation and goes, yeah, you're guilty of
yeah, you're
this.
cool. Yep,
Oh, no,
sure.
you're actually guilty of this. You paid off all these women, and we found out that they all had quite the case to send you to jail. We're going to punish you. Yeah, it's not looking good for Justin.
It's not.
You know,
I don't think he's coming back. That's my
no,
thing.
you don't think so?
I think even, maybe in a year when shit cools down a little bit, even if he gets out of it, man, I don't think so. I think he's done.
You know,
I
there
think
was a
he needs to take his chips and leave.
there was a kicker who got drafted like 3 seasons ago. I think he got drafted by the Bills, Arazia, and right after the draft, a woman, a college age woman, came out and alleged that he raped her at a party,
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah,
and he got dropped from the team. The
sure.
team said, "Hey, go sort all this crap out. We can't have this kind of heat on us."
Get it.
And after the investigations, the girl dropped the charges, and so now he's back. I think he's back with maybe the Bills are the ones that picked him up after he came back. But it was like a promising guy. I mean, he was a good enough of a kicker to get drafted. I mean, granted, it was like in the sixth or the seventh round, but that one seems like the reverse thing. Like somebody's shaking him down for dough. Maybe not. Maybe she just decided instead of pressing charges, I'll take the money.
Yeah, maybe.
With Tucker, there's just so many women coming out and going, "Yeah, he did that to me too." Yeah, you're right. That's a tough one to come back from,
I don't think he's coming back.
because it's got to start with his family, right?
Yeah.
And then it's got to go to the team, and then he's got to make right with the NFL.
Oh, they're
And,
screaming at me. All
oh
right.
yeah,
Yeah, I gotta wrap it up, boss. I'm sorry. I'm getting
all
run
right.
upstairs. I
So
guess you need me upstairs to take care of something.
Tucker bad.
Yeah.
To wrap up, Tucker bad.
Clearly, we have
Aaron
no
Rodgers.
idea. Please
Yeah,
subscribe,
like,
like,
subscribe, hate, comment. Tell
tell us
us
your
your
favorite
favorite
undrafted quarterback.
that and your favorite Aaron Rodgers podcast title.
Title, yes, please, for the top 10 coming up
Oh
soon.
yeah, we'll
All
find a
right.
place. Well, I don't know. It's junk around here. We'll send you something.
See you soon.
Love you guys.